खुदाए मन दवाए मन शिफाए मन क़बाए मन रिदाए मन रिजाए मन ज़ियाए मन क़बूल कुन दुआए मन निदाए मन.
The basis of our existence, fulfilling the rights of God and the rights of mankind. It is up to the backbone of a community to engage themselves in the service of mankind, especially in a time when humanity is suffering the most. At the turn of a decade, humanity itself faced a global threat. When the uncertain times arrived, humanity as we know it was unprepared for the scale of human loss. Lockdown and state border closures hit frequently as the country remained on high alert. As governments worked around the clock to protect their citizens, the head of the Ahmadiyya community reminded us of our responsibilities as Muslims.
Irrespective of the cause of the suffering, if we claim to be true Muslims, it is our obligation and paramount duty to assist all people who are facing difficulties and to strive to alleviate their pain and distress.
Helping humanity in Australia and its neighbouring countries was carried out through various methods that involved food distribution in Taree to those unable to access resources. Youth and elders prepared food packs which were distributed through community centres for homeless, while a winter appeal in South Australia was organised for the homeless, which included food and clothes.
It's absolutely wonderful to have members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association and members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community here in Morphett Vale visit today. I want to say to all of the members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, thank you so much for bringing food and clothing to share with members of our community who need a hand. That is incredibly generous and big-hearted, and as always fits incredibly with the values that you always live, and those values being love for all, hatred for none.
This year, what we've seen in the past 12 months is the number of people sleeping rough in the CBD nearly doubling. It is a terrible, terrible sight in our streets. What a great privilege today to be visited by my friends from the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, and I look forward to sharing some great conversations with the young people of the community in the next couple of weeks about how we can work together to make a huge difference for the people who need it in our community. Thank you for visiting me, and thank you so much for providing us with so many wonderful donations here today to share with people who are just not so fortunate.
Furthermore, to assist the government and medical industry here in Australia, Batul Huda Mosque was offered as a location for a COVID testing clinic in the heart of a bustling business suburb, forming a part of the extensive clinic network in Australia. At all community events, countless youth volunteered as COVID-safe marshals to ensure safety to all attending members. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association of Australia also organised a COVID-19 studio program to educate and advise the general community about the pandemic. Nationally, mosques displayed banners, while on social media a Prayer for Heroes campaign was run to appreciate health workers for their efforts during the pandemic. Not just helping those within, but outside the shores of Australia, the Ahmadiyya Medical Association of Australia has been reaching out to help.
The first thing we did is we translated the COVID-19 information in different languages and distributed not only in Australia but also in Malaysia, where there are about 7,000 to 8,000 Ahmadi refugees are there, so that they understand the COVID-19 information in a much better way. We responded to Humanity First appeal in different countries, including Pakistan, Thailand, and Malaysia, and we set up a free dispensaries and online consultation. We also arranged thousands of N95 and other protective gears for our fellow colleagues in Pakistan.
बस रमज़ान का फैज़ उस सूरत में हासिल होगा जब इंसान में पाक तब्दीलियाँ मुस्तकिलन पैदा हो जाएं। गरीबों की, ज़रूरतमंदों की मदद ही अल्लाह ताला के फ़ज़ल और प्यार को जज़्ब करने वाली होनी चाहिए और होगी। और जब ये होगा तो हकीकी दिन ईद का दिन होगा।
Despite being fortunate enough to celebrate Eid al-Fitr in Australia, in Thailand, the AMMA provided refugee kids with gifts and food to help them celebrate with the rest of the world. All service to mankind can have a major impact and play a vital role in improving the well-being of others. Such engagements became fruitful by the sheer grace and blessings of God Almighty when following His commandments. By the grace of God Almighty, while some restrictions and periodic lockdowns remain in particular pockets across the country, enforced government regulations in conjunction with widespread education has resulted in a proactive approach to controlling the effects of the pandemic, with COVID-compliant regulations being followed in all public areas.
May Allah turn the world into an abode of peace. Surely there is ease after hardship.